One of the hardest things about learning Korean is the honorifics. So in this video, I'll tell you the 10 the very basic formal phrases that you can use every day. If you have already watched my previous video with 20 informal basic phrases, this will be much easier because the expressions are actually quite similar with different endings. If not, check out that video up above, either before or after this video, then you will know formal and informal at the same time. Well, we'll get started right away. The first one is rather simple. 네. 네. It's yes. 네. 네. Simple, right? You know, like when you travel around different countries and you don't know what they're really talking about, the easy way to go is either okay or yes, right? And not always safe, so I don't really recommend it. But when someone offers you something, when someone asks you something and you want to say yes, it's 네. 네. And of course, the next one is 아니요. 아니요. 아니요 is no. 아니요 is the proper way to say it, syllable by syllable. But you know, of course, in any language, usually native speakers speak quite faster than how it's written. So 아니요 is 아니요, 아니요, 아니요. So I hear a lot of people say it sounds similar to onion. Yeah, so it's actually 3 syllables, but it sounds more like 2 syllables. So 아니요, 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 아니요. And next, of course, now it's time for the greeting. So 안녕하세요. 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 Well, if you remember the informal, 안녕 is hi, right? 안녕하세요 is the formal way of saying hello. And usually when you say 안녕하세요, we bow and say 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Right? Because that's the respectful way of saying hello to someone is to bow our heads. Okay, next one. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. You hear this a lot. 감사합니다 or 고맙습니다. They're both thank you in formal ways. 감사합니다, 고맙습니다 are actually exactly same meaning, and a lot of Koreans use both. So just choose whatever feels more comfortable to you and whatever you think you can remember better or whatever you can pronounce better. 감사합니다, 고맙습니다. Either one. Then, of course, when someone says that to you, when someone says, oh, 감사합니다, you want to say something back as in response, right? So in response, you will say, 천만에요. 천만에요. Or that's what the textbook says. In your textbook, if you ever learn Korean with a textbook, it'll say, oh, when someone says 감사합니다 to you, you should say 천만에요. But even though it is correct, I rarely hear a Korean person say 천만에요 because it just doesn't feel very natural. So instead of 천만에요, you would just say 아니에요, 아니에요. So it's meaning like no problem because 아니에요 was no, right? Like 아니에요, no problem. And then next one, 죄송합니다, 죄송합니다, 죄송합니다 or 미안합니다, 미안합니다. They're also, again, the same thing. But some people say, like, 죄송합니다 feels more like you're really sorry, whereas 미안합니다 sounds a little less sorry. But, well, either way, they're both formal ways of saying I'm sorry. So, 미안합니다, 죄송합니다. Again, in response, you can say, it's okay, right? So, 괜찮아요. 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 괜찮다 means okay. So 괜찮아요 means, oh, It's okay. No problem. So, 괜찮아요 can actually be used in other situations too. Not only as the response to I'm sorry, 미안합니다, but you can also use it for if someone offers you something like 커피 마실래요? Or would you like coffee? And you say, oh no, it's okay, I'm okay, I'm good. Then you want to say, oh, 괜찮아요. You know, and I think it's like maybe international gesture. When you are kind of rejecting something, oh, 괜찮아요, you kind of do this, right? So you can just use the similar gesture. But if you're familiar with the Korean culture, or once you get familiar with the Korean culture, you will notice more that Koreans actually don't use a lot of hand gestures when we speak. But I think it's because I have a lot of background in many different countries, and maybe like mainly America. I tend to use more hand gestures than a lot of Korean people, but usually when I speak Korean too, I don't use my hands so much. So, 괜찮아요, 괜찮아요 is when someone offers you something. Or, like maybe let's say you were sick yesterday, so you come back to school the next day and your teacher asks you, oh, are you feeling okay today? 오늘은 어때요? Or 오늘은 괜찮아요? Then you can say, 괜찮아요, 괜찮아요. So also it can be, I'm feeling okay. So it can be both, it's okay or I'm okay. And coming up next, number 7 is 실례합니다, 실례합니다, 실례합니다. 실례합니다 is excuse me. 실례합니다. But 실례합니다 sounds very formal when you say it to someone. So often like out on the street, when someone is kind of in your way and you want to go past them, you would just say 잠시만요. 잠시만요. 잠시만요 actually means like wait a second. So 잠시만요 means like could you just give me a second? I want to go through, right? So 잠시만요. But 실례합니다 sounds very respectful and formal, so you can of course use it. But when you approach someone and say 실례합니다, it sounds like you want to ask them a question or say something to them. So in like casual situations, like you just want to get by, then you can just say 잠시만요, 잠시만요. Then of course now you want to say bye, right? Bye. If you remember from the informal, bye is very easy in Korean because it's the same thing as hi. Bye, hi, 안녕, 안녕, right? But now in formal way, it's a little different. Actually, it depends on whether you are leaving or whether you're staying. So, if you are, let's say, staying at your house and your friend is leaving your house, you can say 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. 가다 means to go. And 안녕, 안녕, 안녕히 means like to be well. So, 안녕히 가세요 means like go well, go in peace. So, when someone is leaving, you would say 안녕히 가세요, 안녕히 가세요. But if you're the one leaving, if your grandparents are staying at their house and you're the one leaving, then you want to say stay well or stay in peace. So, you would say 안녕히 계세요, 계세요. 계시다 is stay in formal way. So 안녕히 계세요. Like stay in peace. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. Coming back to an easy one is 좋아요. 좋아요. 좋다 is like. So 좋아요 means like. I like something. So in Korean, it's very easy to say I like something because all you have to say is, for example, I have my coffee here. Coffee in Korean is 커피. 커피, it's a loan word. So, 커피 좋아요. 커피 좋아요. So you will probably learn this as you go on later, making sentences and sentence structures and Korean grammar, that in Korean, it's usually subject, object, and the verb, whereas in English, it's a subject, verb, and the object, right? So in Korean, you can just simply say 커피 좋아요 because, again, in Korean sentence, when I'm talking, I'm usually talking about myself, right? So you don't really have to use the pronoun I, like 나는 or 저는. So very simple, right? All you need to know is the name of whatever you like, and you can say, I like something, right? But again, same as 좋아요 means actually good. So like when someone offers you something and you say, oh yeah, sounds good, good. Then you can also say, oh, 좋아요. 커피 마실래요? Oh, would you like some coffee? Oh, 좋아요. So, 좋아요. Then, of course, the opposite, right? Opposite is 싫어요. 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 싫어 is informal way of saying no. So 싫어요, and often in Korean, all you have to do is put 요 at the end of the sentence to make it formal. So 싫어요 means dislike. I don't like something. So I can also say 커피 싫어요. 싫어요. 커피 싫어요. I don't like coffee. Or again, same situation. If someone offers you something and you don't want to do it or you don't like it, you can say 싫어요. 싫어요. 영화 볼래요? Wanna watch a movie? 싫어요. Right? And I have one bonus for you. Bonus is 몰라요. 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 So one challenging situation that you may come across when you're traveling Korea is if you say like 안녕하세요, 감사합니다, 좋아요, or like a few sentences in Korean, and the other person, the Korean person, gets very excited and start talking to you in Korean, and you just want to say, I don't really know Korean. So 몰라요. 몰라요. 몰라요 means I don't know, don't know. So 몰라요. And remember the same sentence structure, 커피 좋아요? It goes exactly the same way here. So you want to say I don't know Korean. So always the object first. So Korean in Korean is 한국어, right? 한국어 몰라요. 한국어 몰라요. Or 한국어 or 한국말, they're the same thing, Korean. So 한국말 몰라요 or 한국어 몰라요. So 몰라요 means I don't know. Stop asking me. 안녕하세요. I'm GA Stacy, your Korean friend, and I just told you 10 formal phrases, 10 basic formal phrases in Korean. And actually, if you are planning on traveling to Korea, you can use most of these too. So I will make another video about travel phrases, but you can also use these to start practicing your Korean. If you like this video and you want to get more engaged in learning Korean, or if you just got interested in learning Korean and you just want to get started but you don't know where to start, or there are actually so many resources, right? So which one is good or which one is appropriate for me? And if you found this helpful and easy, then you can join me by clicking the link down below in the description box to sign up for my upcoming events or resources. I sometimes hand out free worksheets, and I'm planning some online and offline events. And when you sign up by clicking the link down below in the description box, and don't worry, it's completely free. It's not YouTube membership, so it's free. All you have to do is just put in your email address, and you will be the first ones to be notified when I hand out free worksheets. And I'm planning some fun events online and offline to get people learning Korean together, and maybe I offer some special sessions where I teach you like Korean slangs or talk about Korean culture, or maybe help you with traveling Korea, etc. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and like and leave a comment, please, if you have any questions about anything related to Korea or Korean. And if you have any requests about what you want to know, like any kind of phrases or special expressions, then I'll of course take that into consideration and bring it to you. And until next time, 안녕히 계세요. 안녕.